as we bring you the latest trends in technology on how best actually business can be run. And we actually know that putting technology, evolving technology into your business day-to-day activities, there is a way it enhances efficiency. And that's why today we have something quite very unique. Well, at this point in time, let's get into the demonstrations like I told you earlier, as we take a look at how you can actually get to, put into use the e-docs, or what we call the electronic documentation system.
Like I said, the electronic document management system is a web-based application. Web-based meaning that for as long as you have access to a device that has a web browser, an action officer in government or any other private entity is able to access the records or the documents or files online. So all you need to do is come up and fire one either web browser. It could be Google Chrome, it could be Edge, any web browser. So in the web browser, you type in the address edocsplus.info. edocsplus.info is our testing platform. We do not want to run this demonstration on a live system, so we're just walking you through a demo on our testing server. Now, once you log in, you get a login screen. Like you can now see, this is an electronic document and records management system. It has the logos and colors and emblem of government of Uganda, because like I said, this is a government of Uganda product. So you have a username. Every user will be registered on the system. When we register you on the system, we give you the rights and privileges on the system commensurate to your seniority. There is certain information that an ordinary officer in government will not have access to. There is another classified level where probably only we have designed this electronic document management system with a permissions and privileges approach, where we have classified different levels, and each level has access to certain critical information. At a certain level, you can access probably a certain grade of information, because government information is classified due to confidentiality and other security protocols. So when you log into the system automatically will give you access to what you ordinarily are supposed to view under your day-to-day operating procedures. Now, if you are, say, a senior officer, or you are a principal officer, or you are a head of department, or you are a permanent secretary, or you are an honorable minister, the system will give you the view of information depending on the privileges that have been set in the system. So we register users, we create user accounts. So when you log into the system, it will ask you for your email address, which will be your user account, and then a password. This is to avoid anybody just getting into your system. So we can just log in using a demo account that we have in the system at edocs.go.ug, and then we input a password. So once you enter your username and password, the system will log in and then give you a view of what you're supposed to see. Now we can see here we have logged in as a head of registry, say at a Minister of Public Service. This head of registry at Minister of Public Service has a lot of functions that they can be able to execute from within the system. One key module that is of interest for this particular demonstration is the registry module. Now, this registry module, this is where you have all functions related to a registry. Now, in the registry, you can have access to the files, meaning all the files in the registry are now on the system. You can transfer files. Transferring files means files that have transitioned from a state of being active to semi-active are transferred from a registry to what we call a record center. Then from a record center, they are transferred onto the archives. So we have a national archives, which is seated next to Ministry of Health. So this is where all these processes now have been automated. And then you have emails. We foresee a scenario where going forward, you no longer need to come and submit a physical copy, but you can now submit by email, and then it will come directly to the registry. This will significantly cut the costs of a user having to travel, say, from Koboko to Kampala to submit a document. So you can submit them in the email. When they come as emails, then the registry team will pick them, and then they go into the process workflows. Then You have another functionality called My Tasks. This is where all the tasks of an individual will be logged. So when you log into the system, you will automatically see all the tasks that have been assigned to you by your supervisor displayed on the screen. And then you can click any of the tasks. Now, these tasks come with a priority. They come with a priority. The very urgent tasks are flagged red. Those that are not so urgent are flagged amber. And those that are normal are flagged green, to enable a user to know what to act on immediately and what not to act on immediately. So this is a screen view of a head of registry. Then once you've logged in, you've taken action on what it is that you need to take out, you come and log out. So once you log out, then the system logs you out. You can again probably log in as a PS. So if we are logging in as a PS, the PS is the permanent secretary at a government entity. You will have a different view of the system once you log in as a permanent secretary. Now you can see for the permanent secretary, you don't have a registry module. Reason being, as a permanent secretary or head of entity, you have nothing to do with the registry. All you take care of is documents coming for your action. And you can see there's already a document that is pending the action of a permanent secretary. These are the priority colors that I was talking about: very urgent, urgent, and normal. Now we can see that this one is normal. And then now the permanent secretary can open up that particular document and then assign it to different users and then say, so and so, please take action. And in a minute, that officer will have access to this particular document and take action. So this is in a span of less than 2 minutes. From when a document comes into the system, the permanent secretary is notified that there is correspondence for his or her action, sends it to head of department. Heads of departments could send it to other action officers depending on the subject of the particular correspondence, and action can be taken and feedback given. So this system is going to drastically cut the time it takes for government officers to take decisions, and it being web-based, it gives us an additional advantage that if you are, say, on a trip in Dubai, you are still going to have access as long as you have your internet connectivity. So the issue of, say, a government officer is in a workshop and therefore is not able to attend to your query is now going to be an issue of the past. So action officers will have access to their registry, they will have access to their files at any one time in their location. Now we have files. A head of department will have access to all the files in their department. Now we have designed this system with a cautious approach on how government operates. Key among government operations is the issue of security and confidentiality. So as much as possible, we have ensured that the issues of confidentiality and security are paramount in our setup and architecture of this system. Now, a head of department can only view files in their department. If you belong to, say, a planning department, you cannot view files in a finance department. If you are in finance department, you cannot view files in human resource department. Now, that is to ensure that everybody takes control of their own files. If you need a file that does not belong to your department, then ordinarily you raise what we call an access request on the system. It is approved, and then you can get access to the files that you need. So with this system now going forward, users will be able to access information as fast as possible. They will take actions as fast as possible, and the issues of confidentiality and documents leaking will be an issue of the past. So documents will no longer be getting lost, and then government generally will improve its service delivery framework.
As we wind this up, Uganda's journey to an upgraded electronic documents and records management systems heralds an information management revolution. The benefits, ranging from heightened accessibility and efficiency to fortified compliance and security, have the potential to redefine operating landscape for Ugandan organizations. As challenges are met with innovative solutions, the path to full EDRM's integration holds the promise for more agile, collaborative, and digitally empowered Uganda.
Well, that is it we had for you for Smart Tech this week, and I hope you actually enjoyed it. Quite very efficient, and as you get to realize that it's very important to keep the information right for the business, because you never know the future decisions that you're actually going to carry out, and you need to have a basis on which you actually execute those decisions. Well, on top of that, as much as we use this technology, we need to understand that too much of anything can actually be bad. You use it where necessary, and where you can actually do things manually by yourself, well, it's very fine, it's okay, you can still do it, because we need to keep that human interaction at the end of the day. Well, till next time, take care.